Okay, so we are back. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support in my last video. You guys have been loving the channel. You guys have been checking out my other videos too. This is my second channel. I feel like I have to clarify that. I basically put videos on here that I wouldn't put on my main channel. My main channel is It's Keisha. This is obviously the uncut channel. So welcome everyone. Welcome abroad. I actually want to do some reactions and stuff like that, like music reactions, and I used to do them, but like copyright is really crazy now. So I don't know how to go about it, but I do plan on like doing other things on this channel as well. But like I've been loving the conversations we've been having on here, and so have you guys. So I really want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about Ice Spice. Now, not too much now. I'm not going to keep you here for a long time, but I do think that something needs to be said here, okay? So, you know, she posted a video some point last week, and the caption was thick again. And it was a video of her, like, you know, dancing, you know, teasing a new song, and she's basically like twerking in front of the Eiffel Tower. I spoke about this in my last video and how like I was focused more on the Eiffel Tower and just thinking like, when do I need to get back to Paris? You know what I mean? Ice Spice literally has been going through it, okay? She's lost so much weight. She's been at the gym. She's been accused of being on Ozempic. For me personally, yeah, the day I get accused of being on Ozempic, I mean, literally, I don't think I'm ever going to get hit with that kind of allegation. But if I am get hit with that allegation, I would kind of see it as a flex, to be honest. But also it is kind of annoying because some people are just in the gym working hard and really like looking in. So there's that, right? But yeah, you know, for about 6-7 months now, you know, we saw her quite skinny. She lost a lot of weight. Her face looked different. Her style kind of changed in a little way. And now she's back to being thick, and she even captioned her own video thick again. So I don't want people to be like, oh my god, like, why are you discussing her body? She's literally making it the topic of discussion by captioning the video thick. Which proves to me that she is more than aware of the fact that like her whole entire career is affected by her looks, right? If you search the name Ice Spice on Instagram, these are the first few things that come up. Ice Spice twerking videos, Ice Spice shaking gap videos, Ice Spice dress, Ice Spice Paris. It's not because they want to see her at Paris Fashion Week. They want to see her in front of the Eiffel Tower when she's in Paris, okay? So very sexualized, a lot of these searches, right? And I know the same thing goes with a lot of other like female musicians and everything, but like Ice Spice definitely. Like I've said this before, who is Ice Spice when she's not twerking? To this day, don't know what day we're at right now, but still don't know how to answer that question truthfully, okay? It's really sad though, but it is a thing. A theme of like sex does sell, you know, and a lot of women have to kind of like strip naked a lot of the times in their videos. We're seeing a lot more nudity. We're seeing a lot of people that just walk out, and when I mean people, I mean celebrities, walk out without actually wearing a lot of like fabric on their body because there is literally no clothes. I mean, we've seen like Bianca Sensory, who can't for one moment in her life censor herself, right? Like what are the odds here? But with Ice Spice, she's very much aware of the fact that like without the behind, people don't really care. And also it's so funny to me how there'll be men commenting stuff like, oh my god, she's thick again, like you know, just a lot of like inappropriate things, to be honest. I'm not gonna like repeat what it is that's being said, but you guys probably have like an idea and get the gist of it, right? A lot of those people are not buying her music. They just want to look at her. They're not buying the music. They're not streaming the music because, oh my god, like it's a great song. Oh my god, and she really killed it with this verse. A lot of these dudes are literally just tuning in to see her and see, is she gonna twerk again? Because that pretty much is her one move. Let's be like, it's either like the, you know, pat in the fro, or it's heavily reliant on her twerking, which is really, really sad. Now, of course, she's come to terms with that and she's aware of that, and she probably is receiving a lot more love now than compared to when she was skinny and people were like clowning her for like losing her arse cheeks and for looking like Barack Obama, okay? That to me is quite sad, and I feel sorry for her in that sense, but I think that she's also playing into it because she's understanding that that's kind of unfortunately the game. If she wants to stick around for another year or two, then, you know, she's probably going to have to cater to her male audience, who I believe is really huge. Again, I don't think it's coming from a place of like they're streaming her song necessarily. I think some people are. I think a lot of it is down to like it being a sexual thing of like, you know, wanting to look at Ice Spice and just kind of, you know, go crazy, go stupid, which is just, it's insane. But a lot of them are clarifying that in her comment section too, which is just wow, you know. I really do wish that Ice Spice was focused on bettering herself as an artist, but I don't think that Ice Spice actually like came from loving music to the point where like you've always felt in yourself that you could be a rapper and that you can actually provide something of substance, especially in this climate where everything feels very much like gimmicky and same oldy. If Ice Spice was actually talented, then I think that it would minimize a lot of conversations, at least that I'm having on my channel, whether it's this one or my main channel. But the thing is that she's not working to be better. I think that she just is loving the idea of making money and having the attention and wearing cute clothes. Do you know what I mean? Actually deeping like where we're at right now and how like it is all about twerking. I'm tired. I've said this before. I'm tired of like music in general. Not much is really like grabbing my attention. I'm literally like playing songs from 2013, like respectfully, okay? There is nothing really like catching my eyes at the moment. Twerking is really annoying me, especially when that's like your one move that you're relying on. It's annoying, especially when you're talking about pooping. At some point, we are just over it. So it'll be very intriguing to see like what her next era is going to look like. We will be listening, of course, because maybe she is actually going to the studio and working with different producers and really just trying to better herself. If she is, then sure, I have no qualms with that. But I think the problem comes when she's literally just working 24/7 and like she's saying thick again. Like it goes to show that like probably the internet bullied her into get back into like the shape they preferred, or the shape that she came out with in the beginning. And that for a lot of people was what made her famous. It was her having lighter skin and her having like perfect body. A lot of people would see her as, right? And I think she's got a banging body for sure, but it is a shame that that is all that people look at her for. I think that people have also waken up to the fact that she doesn't have the best attitude and she hasn't treated people well. Can she come back from it? I think she can. I don't think it's completely over for Ice Spice, but I just think that less people are listening. I think a lot of people just can't take her seriously anymore. We're in a different climate where we actually want something different. Again, if she comes out with a bop, then we can all acknowledge that it's a bop. I'm sure none of us will have a problem with acknowledging that, but I do think that a lot of it is just based on like, okay, well, you know, like that must shatter your self-confidence if you have any anyways. And I know that sounds like a backhanded compliment, but I mean, you don't know what people are going through. There are days where I just don't feel like I have the most confidence, where I'm like, I could do better with this, that and the other. So that wasn't really like a dig, because that's me some days, you know, and I'm sure that's some of you guys as well. But like that is quite heartbreaking when you actually realize that people don't really like me for the music that I'm putting out like that, really. I mean, the girlies and gays do, sure, and I'm sure some guys do too, but like people really like me when I look a certain way. And I think when you come to terms with that, it must be like a really scary place to be, you know, because then it's like, oh, if she ever does want to lose weight, or do this or do that, then it's like she's gonna be heavily ridiculed and critiqued for it. But she's probably, maybe her team are telling her, girl, you gotta get thick again, go back to eating the oats. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know, some people are brutally honest with like, you know, their clients and stuff, and if you want to make money again and tour and be taken seriously, bitch, go and put some weight on. That is probably what some of these people are saying. And she works very closely with a lot of dudes who are more typically, you know, not cookie cutter, will tell you straight up, girl, put the weight on. You know, if you want any ounce of relevance, people will say the most craziest things. I know it sounds whoa, but that's how a lot of people probably are talking to Ice Spice, you know. And one thing I will say is though, this bitch should put on weight very quickly. And if there's anything I want from Ice Spice, give us your workout regimen. I don't need no music and I'll be happily fine. And I will actually give you my shitcoin. Yeah, that's the only thing I've ever requested from an Ice Spice. What's the meal plan? Are we doing a calorie deficit? Like, let me know. That's what I would love. That's what I'm actually intrigued by. I think she would actually thrive more as like an influencer. And I know that sounds so shady, but it's like, no, influencing play is really good. And I think there's people who still love her. She still is getting great engagement, like on her Instagram posts and stuff. She still wears like really cute outfits and stuff. And I think that's also what influencers do too. When it comes to the whole rapping thing, I beg, just put the mic down. Unless we're actually gonna work to really be that bitch, period. Okay? But it is so sad, and you know, it's about pleasing men. I think especially in the rap industry for women, it's about like making sure you're sexy enough, or like you're wearing like, you know, low-rise jeans, so that everything is just so calculated. And I like when people aren't calculated necessarily. They still want to look good, yes, but they're not doing things to appeal to the male gaze. I think when it comes to Ice Spice's career, it has been heavily focused on, you know, appealing to the male gaze, and I understand it. I'm not going to sit in here and pretend I don't know where it comes from. Sex sells, and it has been a thing for decades and decades and decades. Even in pop music as well. It's not just rap, it's not just the rap girlies, but I think a lot of it is heavily filled with like sexual lyrics and just everything being so overtly sexual, okay? And that's probably not going to go away anytime soon, and you can't fault her for that. She's just playing the game, you know. How long she's gonna be here for, we do not know, but she's still got that Bill's. Bitch, did you just glitch in 4K? Yes, I did. And what? Clock it. I'm gonna end my video here. I think it makes for a fantastic conversation. I would love to know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.